Welcome to your Kitchen Cultures kit. I just wanted to go through all of the things that are in it so you know what to do with them, but if you have any questions we can go through that on Thursday. So first of all, we'd like you to make notes and just a little bit keep a record of your process. So anytime where you're thinking about or working on the project and your hands aren't deep in food, it'd be really nice if you could just make little notes. But also if you want to do audio recordings or videos or just call one of us up and chat about your process, that's also fine. But we just thought this would be nice, even if you want to do little sketches, and there's a pen to do that with. And that actually, I would really love it if you could send it back to us at the end of the project using this stamped and addressed envelope. And the next item that we're going to look at is this thermometer. Now this is a glass thermometer, which means it is used for food. However, don't use it for things like boiling sugar or like oil or anything like that. It's to measure things that you're heating but not heating too much in order that, you know, they can be purified. So for example, if you're just heating milk a little bit or if you're heating water a little bit, the maximum you can use this for is boiling water. So please be careful with that because it is glass and we would like you to be as safe as possible. The next thing we will look at is this. This is a hygrometer. So this tells you the temperature and the humidity. Now what we'd like you to do with that is to put it up in your kitchen using this bit of blue tack, and you can take a picture of it or you can note down the temperature and the humidity in your notebook whenever you're working, but actually it might be really helpful just for you to take pictures of it and then share them with us so we know where you're at and what your atmosphere is like, because that's really helpful for us in order to know how things keep, what sort of microbial interaction is happening. If any microbial interaction is happening, it might be that some things spoil and we might be able to tell from this why. So it's just really useful for us to have a record of that. Some of you might know these already. This is litmus paper. So what this does is it measures the acidity or the alkalinity of a liquid. What we would like you to do is with whatever you're making as it's processing or after you've made it, is to take a little bit, if it's liquid already, just put it into a little dish or a bowl. If it's not, just scrape a little bit off and then wash it with some water and then pop this in there and measure it against these colours and tell us, you can see each of them has a number, tell us what number that is. And again, you can take a picture, you can actually just put it in your notebook and tape it down, or you can write it down. And that will just tell us what sort of process is happening, whether it's alkaline, whether it's acidic, whether it's neutral. None of them are good or bad. Some fermentation uses alkaline and some uses acidic. Once you've done that, we'd like you to take this pipette and use it to pick up the liquid and pop it onto one of these slides here. And so under here there's some slides and some slide covers. We ask you to hold it around the edges because what we're trying to see is if there are any microbes in whatever it is you're making. And if you touch it, then anything that's on your hands will be on that. So we're just trying to avoid that and keep it clean. And you can wash these and reuse them. You can use them, just be careful with them because they do scratch, but just use washing up liquid and that'll work. Then once you've done that, and you've put a tiny drop on it and popped your slide cover on there, we want you to use this, which is your Phonescope. Now I'm going to go through how to use this in more detail during the workshop, but in brief, this clips onto the back of your phone and then you can use it to take pictures of microbes because it increases the magnification of your phone. So then you can use your phone to take pictures of anything that is really, really, really small. So that might be bacteria that we want to avoid, but it might also be bacteria that we would like to cultivate in order to help preserve our foods. Last but not least, we've sent you some tea. So if you're ever feeling overwhelmed or just a little bit like you need to relax and take your mind off things, just have a cup of tea and chill. But thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions.